The Philadelphia 76ers are currently playing their best basketball they have ever played, ever, underneath Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid. This is the greatest team that those two have ever had, and right now they're playing the best basketball they have ever have played before, and I have reasons as to why. I want to just talk about the series. I want to talk about the game a couple days ago, and I want to talk about tonight and what to expect tonight in the fourth game of the series. Before jumping in the video, like the video, subscribe to the channel, join the family, the community, do all the kit and caboodle. We got a second round matchup coming up pretty soon, so now's the time to subscribe. Let's get into it. I made a video about Ben Simmons, and I made a video about how he looks better than he ever has, and it still stays true. Game 3, he had 14 points, 9 assists in less than 30 minutes again. He had great defense. He was aggressive. Still can't hit a free throw to save his life, but he's been playing fantastic basketball. And the thing is, man, we didn't need him to score 14 points. We could have had him run out and give us 0 points, 9 assists, and we still would have won by 110 because Embiid was dominant last game. The man put up 14 of 18 from the field for like 36 points and set a career playoff high in points in a game, and he did it on 0 attempt to even care. I mean, Embiid toyed with the city of Washington or D.C. Is that it? Yeah, it's a city. The Embiid dominated. There's no... The thing that makes the Sixers so good right now is the fact that, like, we have multiple guys who can just, like, step up and have a game and just rely on them that game, and then we win by a lot of points against a team who should not be in the playoffs, to be honest. Russell Westbrook has been one of the worst players on the court in this series. I mean, he had a better game 3, but, like, he's been really, really bad. I tweeted that out a couple of days ago, just saying I think Russell Westbrook has an argument to be made that he's been the worst player on the court among all the starters on both teams. He's like the definition of an offensive liability, and we give Ben Simmons shit. I don't think so. Russell Westbrook has been utterly atrocious, like disgustingly bad. Even when his shots go in, I'm like let him shoot that all day long. I feel bad for Bradley Beal, but even Bradley Beal, the man doesn't play any defense at all. So it's like offensively, that man can put up 45 any night, but defensively he brings nothing. But you know, I understand it. Westbrook's just not a guy to match Bradley Beal up with. Westbrook's just not an NBA player at this point. For me, I don't think he's a championship level player. I don't think he's a playoff starting point guard. It's not. It doesn't work. I like Westbrook. I like the way his intensity is as a player, but I just don't think he'll ever win, ever, by playing the way he plays. He needs to adapt immediately, ASAP, right now. But Wizards tangent over. This Sixers team's good. This Sixers team's really, really good. I mean, I think I could have had an argument to be made that right now, all 5 starters are playing the best basketball of their season, which is insane to say because, I mean, we have an MVP finalist and a Defensive Player of the Year finalist, and you could say that both of those guys are playing better now than they've had all year. Seth Curry has been lethal. Danny Green has been absolutely automatic from 3. Even the bench has been good, man. George Hill plays well. I think the only player on this team who hasn't really played well in his time is Shake Milton, which hurts my soul so much to say because I love that man with all my heart, but he's been really, really bad. Really, really bad. But lucky for us, we got Tyrese Maxey who steps up and provides a little bit different of a basketball player, but he's extremely talented, and Tyrese Maxey is always produces, man. It doesn't matter how much time Maxey gets. He comes in and he just produces, and it's a sight to see. And I part of me feels bad for the Wizards because, like, they just have no shot. They have no shot. It doesn't matter who's on the court for the Sixers. They're just knocking down their shots. They're playing fluidly well offensively. The offense is just running smoothly. Everyone seems like they're having a good time. But at the same time, I think what separates this team so much is the Dwight Howard, Danny Green kind of factor in on this team. It's that I saw a quote today before Game 4. Dwight Howard's like, treat this as a Game 7. It's a winner go home situation. And the guys have treated every game like that. They just want to go in and just get rid of this shitty team that we have to play in the first round. I don't even want to play Game 4. Let's just bring us Atlanta or the Knicks. Most likely Atlanta, because Julius Randle just decides to be historically bad all of a sudden again. He's just playing like old Julius Randle. It's kind of funny, but, you know, it's interesting. The Sixers team is really interesting because of how it's just nobody wants to go in and dominate. It's just like, who's going to step up? All right, whatever. Like, it's just like everybody wants each other to play the best basketball, and it's such a collective unit right now that different guys step up for different games, and it's amazing. Like, if you really look at it, we're 3 games into a series, right? Game 1 was the Tobias Harris show. I understand Simmons had 15 assists and 15 rebounds. That's wild. I get that. And I get Embiid actually ended up with 30 points, which is insane to say because I felt like he played 10 minutes. But it was the Tobias Harris show. We jumped on his back, and he led us to the promised land. Game 2 was the Ben Simmons show. I mean, it could have been everyone else's show too, but Ben Simmons was the one that decided just to absolutely dominate, and everyone let him do his thing, and Embiid kind of let him do his thing, and that's awesome to see. And then Game 3, it was the Embiid show. Ben Simmons kind of just let him do his thing. They got theirs, Tobias Harris had 13 rebounds. I think he had 20 points. And they got theirs, but they realized Embiid's the hot hand. Give it to Embiid. It's just the trust that these guys have in each other. It's really beautiful to watch, and I think a series like this really brings them together. I honestly... The way I see it is I don't think Atlanta's it matches up very well with Philadelphia. I think they probably steal a game just because of how good Trae Young's been in this postseason. But I wouldn't be surprised if the Sixers sweep round 1 and round 2 and just head to the Eastern Conference 8-0. Now, whether or not I would like that, I mean, you can't dislike 8-0, right? But at the same time, I would like some adversity or just a game to humble us. But what's different about that is, for me, is like this team is so focused. That's why they're so good. They're so focused. Like, this team just understands this. The team understands that it's a one game at a time mentality, but at the same time, it's a bigger picture mentality. Take one game at a time. You have to win one game a night. That's what it is. It's just one game at a time. You win the game that you are currently on. Your only focus is that. But you're doing that with the idea that there is a bigger picture, and that is the only goal that you've had from the beginning of this very season to have and to accomplish. And I think the Sixers have such a perfectly balanced understanding of both of those concepts, and that's why they're playing so well, because they're taking it one game at a time. Every single game that you're currently playing is the most important game. But we don't expect to lose at all, and we need the finals championship, and we need to hoist the Larry O'Brien trophy, bring it back to Philadelphia, and everybody get absolutely crazy on Broad Street. Like, that's what they're thinking, and it's really looking good. It's really looking good. I probably will live stream the game tonight. I think I will, to be honest with you. So come hang out, come live stream. If you guess the Sixers score, you get a Process Sixers jersey. What better time to win a Process Arnett Moultrie jersey, or an Alexi Shved jersey, or a Hollis Thompson jersey, or a Henry Sims jersey. All right, I'm done ranting. Thank you for watching the video. Peace out. Go Sixers. Sixers in 4. Sixers in 4. Sixers in 7. Sixers in 7. Why not? That's my finals. That's my playoff prediction as of now. Peace out.